Welcome back to the iris square video tutorials. In this video, you are going to learn how to display the observed calibrated profiles and inverted profiles. Again, I have my display image. In this case, is displaying the monochromatic image at a particular wavelength. Of course, it will be interesting to know the wavelength used to create this monochromatic image. To that goal, we can see the observed profile stored in the iris2model structure. Again, the control is on the window and not in the IDL session. So I'm going to click in this window, and now I have the control on the IDL session. For displaying the observed and inverted profiles, you just have to press F for fit. This is the iris square fit window. In this window, you can see a plot with the original calibrated profiles displayed in dashed line. You can see the dashed line and the inverted representative profiles in thick line. It is marked the position of K, H, and the triplet magnesium 2 lines, and is also indicated where along the wavelength axis this image is created. So now again, I can move along the third dimension of this image. Let me make this image a little bit, this window a little bit smaller. As I was telling, you can move along the third dimension of this data cube, where is the wavelength, the sample wavelength. I'm gonna press X, and you will see how this line moves along the wavelength axis. So now I'm in the K line, in the core of the K line, in the K3 position, and I'm gonna move to the KV position, peak of the K line, and so on. I can go through these and go to the triplet line. Okay, and of course, the level, the intensity level is different, so I can change the contrast, the upper limit of the image. I'm gonna decrease the upper limit pressing K. And it's decreasing. It's very, very small, as you can see from the level. Okay, and then you get this image where is corresponding basically to the higher photosphere, because it's very contrast. I'm gonna change the lower limit as well. Okay, so now you have this beautiful image, and again you can compare this image with the model atmosphere variables, just toggling by pressing M. Okay, so if I go now a little bit lower in the atmosphere, you can try to identify structures in the variables: temperature, line of sight velocity, microturbulence, and electron density. Okay, as you can see, when I'm moving on the image, at any point is displayed the observed profile and the inverted profile, representative profile, that iris square found to be the best match between the observed profile and the representative profiles in the iris square database. At any time, you have the chi-square what is the parameter that we use to quantify the quality of the feed. This value, chi-square, is always shown in the model atmosphere window. You can see the threshold of the plot is changing also dynamically. Okay, and it's important that when you are looking at the data, you have a look to the feed, not only to the chi-square, but also to the feed of the observer profile and inverter profiles. If you just want to concentrate on the variables of the model, sorry, you type M, you go, for example, to velocity or whatever, and at any time you can close this window pressing F again. So the feed disappears or appears by pressing F. In the following video, you will see how to select points. You might be interested in some particular points and you want to store these points. That's what we will show in the next video. See you then.